Welcome back to What's Hot. This is the segment where we look at what's been trending online or in the news and we discuss it.
And we are still here with Equation, and also joining us is Jamila Abbas.
Hello.
Welcome. So first of all, it's Black History Month.
Yep.
So what do you guys usually look forward to or look out for in this month?
Blackity black, blackity black, black, black.
Everything black.
Everything black.
My shoes, my tracksuit, my top.
Everything
Yeah,
black.
we're both
Black.
wearing black
Oh,
right
yes,
now.
yes,
So dress for the occasion,
Yeah, man.
right?
I'm sorry.
I promise Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
I promise.
we've been here. We know.
Yeah.
We're about
But
it.
yeah, what do you guys usually get up to? Is there anything you guys usually do?
To be honest, not really. I wish I could do more, but I don't really celebrate that much.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm really knowledgeable enough in about like Black History Month and how it really came about. But yeah, I know really we should be like celebrating more about the month.
I think it's a weird one, isn't it? Because like we know, but it's kind of one of them sometimes until you're reminded. Like you might see something on TV or now Twitter. Before back then it was a TV, like a documentary. You're like, oh yeah, like it is. You know what I mean? As bad as that sounds, like I'm sure we all know, but it's like for me, I've never seen it at the forefront of everything. Like it's never been like, yo, this month, this week it's this day it's this. You know, it's not like there's a whole program to it. It's just like, October's here, woo, it's a bit colder, a bit more wet, and Black History Month. Like, that's how I feel anyway.
I don't really think there should be a month for Black History Month. And the way other people try to portray it, like it doesn't matter, or it's just something every other year. I just feel like it should be looked at monthly. I'm not saying it should be on the news 24/7, but it needs to be, you know, looked at a bit deeper and more often as well. Like we can't just have 1 month dedicated to Black people finally being, you know, released off chains. You know, like it's not like
Facts.
even more so like mental health and stuff. I don't understand why there should be 1 month for these important things to be like for people to be more aware about. This should be things that should be like talked about daily and stuff. It just seems like when something big happens, like George Floyd dying, that's when people, that's like that shouldn't be a wake up call. This has been happening for ages now. So
it should always be, definitely. I think like if you're looking at it in terms of like education, I know Black History Month, that's when most schools will then start teaching stuff. But then they just teach slavery. Whereas, like you say, if they built that into the curriculum, like the same way you learn education, you know, the same way you learn history, it's built into the curriculum. You learn about history, and Black people existed prior to slavery. So can we talk a bit more about that? So just make it's not just about slavery and freedom from, especially I think being like in the UK, our history is slightly different. You do have obviously a slave history, but I mean in the sense of a lot of people are people that have kind of migrated. Most of the Black people here are more migrated as opposed to being descendants of slaves and that sort of thing. So our history is a bit different. So it would be nice to see more and a celebration as opposed to just a recapping of history as well. Just celebrating Black culture. But like you say, throughout the year, that would be nice, man.
It's weird. Like I only found out about Windrush like in my lifetime recently, and that was only because people started getting sent back home. That's mad.
That's true,
Like Windrush is a huge part of our Black culture. Like, and then even like scholarship schemes for Africans to come over. Like we came over in like batches is the wrong word, but you know what I mean, in a wave that was such an important moment for like Caribbeans to come to this country to believe they had an opportunity, which unfortunately we know what's happened now. But you know what I mean, like that's an integral part of a lot of people in the UK's history.
Well, I think the thing is we've just got to, there's some information out there, we're just gonna have to like search for it. But moving on, Tory Lanez has released a new album. What are your thoughts?
The whole situation is so messy, honestly, it's so messy.
What situation?
With Meghan. With Meghan. But the release of his album though as well, it's a good album, but it's a bit controversial regarding the time that it came out. I don't know what you guys feel as well.
Listen, I didn't listen to his album and I would never listen to him, I'll never support him. I'm not down for Tory Lanez, period. Right?
Yeah, when you say period, that means, you know,
Finito.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? Done.
Cancelled.
Like, I cannot respect, I feel like he used a moment and okay, obviously I stand for black women. You use a black woman's pain that you caused and use that as a moment to capitalize on to promote your album. You know, I'm going to speak on the issue. I've got something coming out and it was a drop of a new album. I cannot respect that. Now he's claiming that he's innocent. Let's pretend he really was innocent. Is that how you're really going to go about it? Like, there's just a whole disrespect. He just seems like a very disrespectful human, and I cannot get down with him. That's me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, retweet, man. I'm just here. If that was all on the T, I would just be retweet. Like, something's gone on, innit? Wherever you think you're right, wrong, or indifferent, something has gone on. There's a video, for goodness sake. It's not even like it's a he say, she say. There's a video where she's backing away and you're laying on the floor. Okay, fine. Now, you might have your opinion of whatever went on. I just feel like there are so many ways. And someone that was so good with Instagram before and social media, man had quarantine in a headlock. Like, early quarantine, he was the talk of everything. Do you know what I mean?
His live radio was amazing.
Like,
he had
at the time literally all of us around the globe tuning in at crazy time, whatever it's morning or evening, on his Snap, on his Insta story. So now, how can, like, someone that was so good then, you've now taken this nosedive, and then you have the opportunity to at least put out your story in an honest way. Yeah. And you just dropped the ball, in my opinion.
He knows what he was doing, though. Yeah. He knows that the Megan situation was still fresh, so he took advantage of that. Exactly. And he knows that people are going to listen to his stuff to see if they can hear anything that he mentions. So that's why I can understand why you think that's disrespectful. At the same time, it's smart, but it's not intelligent, really. Yeah. In a way. Like.
It's sad. I mean, what do you think? Do you think he actually really did it? I mean, I know there was evidence to suggest that he did, but it's just weird to like see how the relationship went from one end to the next.
I think something happened, whether it was accidental, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on stuff I don't know, but something happened, and at the end of the day, it's a public thing. Like, we've seen. And like Megan's come out and cried on Instagram. Like you know what? There's been so many things now. I'm sorry, but people in your team, people in your camp, like this, that you should just act better. I don't even know what you could even do. That's the hardest thing, actually, because maybe you could come out on live and I explained it. Maybe, you know what? Let me just say, I hope privately he's
public.
I hope he's
public.
spoken to Megan.
But anyway, we've got to leave that one there. Support black women, period. Thanks, guys. It's now time for our game, What's Hot?